What is up? What's up? What's up, Steve? How's it going, man?
What's going on, dude?
That wasn't too loud, was it?
No.
Sometimes I don't get the sound too right, but we got some people in here. We got Iceberg Media. We got Landon from Louisiana. Good to have you, man. OG Sega Steve. Let's see, who else do we have in here right now? I know my kids are watching the baby because Amber's not feeling good. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Sounds
all right,
good.
Cool. Let us know also in the chat if you guys hear anything. Something sounded off on my end for a minute. Well, yeah, we got someone in the house. They're here in the house. Well, I guess they're on the video, but they'll be popping up in just a minute. I'm excited to have him. He's been here before, Bowman Games. Some of you know him. In fact, I think some of you are near him, maybe. I don't know. We need to get Brandon in here, get Arkansas Picker up in here as well. Yeah, so I'm excited to have him back. He was on here a while back ago with a whole bunch of people whenever we had the Arkansas Retro Expo. And we're going to be talking about a store. But before we do that, just wanted to check in. Steve, how you been this week, man? Has it been good?
Been good, man. Been busy. Crazy busy.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. It's been the same here. I don't know if you noticed, my wife got that new thumbnail. I've been wanting to get you on the thumbnail. And so now we have the official. So now, officially it's going to be the Pickin' Preacher and the Flipper Dude is going to be doing this. Wes Malone in the house.
That was funny, man.
Yeah. No, I'm all about it. You said the worried about it being too extreme, or no, that's what I like. So, anyways, before we get started, what matters to me most, as I know Steve as well, is my faith. Oh, hey Clint, what's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for coming in. And but what matters most to me is my faith. And actually, this past weekend, went out and shared faith at a big event, and it was really good. We had a lot of good interaction, prayers with people. But what matters most to me is Jesus, and this is a video game, mostly video game. I talk about reselling. It's mostly collecting, but I do talk about reselling. But it's not a channel about my faith, but since that's everything, that means everything to me. That's going to be first and foremost, and that's something I said that I would do. If I do this, I want to make sure I glorify God first. And so if you do have any questions, sometimes I share gospel, sometimes I just share a little bit about my faith. And today I'm just going to I just felt led to just kind of do that. I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins. I believe he died for everyone's. If we just put our faith in him, we can receive that forgiveness and repentance of sin and a hope for eternal life. If you do believe that, amen. If you have prayers, some of you may be struggling in the faith, and I want to encourage you. And if you need prayer, I think we all have struggled. Some of you may be having questions. I know I've had people reach out to me that have questions. They're not sure what they believe, and they're asking, how I came to know the Lord and my story and all that. And as well, maybe some of you just don't care, and that doesn't mean I can't be your friend. It doesn't mean we can't get along. But if you do have any questions, any prayer, I'd love for you to reach out. And I do believe Jesus is the only way to eternal life. But with that being said, that's first. But we are going to introduce Bowman Games, and I'm going to let him talk a little bit more. Bowman Games will be the store. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, I'll just do that. I won't say anything else. I met him at where was it? Arkansas Retro Expo last year. And I've talked to him through Discord, through Arkansas Pickers Discord. And, but I actually got to meet him in person. So that was really cool. And I guess I'll be meeting up again soon if he'll be there this year as well. But without further ado, I'm gonna give him the floor, let him introduce himself. So here we go. Bowman Games in the house, and I'm going to give you the whole floor right now, my friend. So, boom, you get the whole space right now. Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. I think a sound went out. Can you hear me, Steve?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Let me message him. Something might be going on his end. Let me pull him down for a second. Hold on, here we go. I don't know if he even sees this. Can you hear us, man?
Hello?
Hey, there you are. Oh, that was you.
I don't see anything, but it shows I'm in the show.
Yeah, you're here. We can hear you, but I don't. I see you, and we hear you as well. Can you hear us?
No. How about now?
He hears. Try it now. Can you hear us now?
I don't know if you guys can see me. I can't see anything. Let me try.
Can you hear us?
Maybe leave the studio and come back.
Yeah, good idea.
Turn it on and turn it off. Yeah, turn it off and on again.
Yep.
Big Money Bowman. That's right. Big Money Bowman. I just put up if you guys will share it on Discord and Instagram as well. I just put up a post on Instagram, and I'll be mentioning, because a lot of times I have to go back to it and hit mention. Like, it won't let me do but so much until I go back to it. So I'm going to do that. But here he comes. Let's see if we can hear him now. All right. Can you hear us now? See us?
I hear you now. I see myself now too.
I don't know what happened, man. Well, there you are, man. Well, here, I'm going to give you the
blank.
All crazy. Well, here, man, go ahead and introduce. I think almost everybody here knows you, but I know some people might not. But go ahead and of course I have some questions. But go ahead and share a little bit about how you got started and where you're at now. Oh, look at all that stuff back there.
Yeah, it's small though. Like, this is just a 9x12 room, but basically I got started selling stuff on eBay and collecting myself. And in my little town, we had a game store and a GameStop, and during COVID, they both shut down. So I've kind of been looking for a place since then. And this place, I posted in like some local groups, and the lady reached out to me. She said, I got a little place I can rent out cheap. So it's cheap enough that I couldn't say no, because it's almost the cost of like a indoor storage.
Yeah.
So
how big did you say it was?
So like 9x12. So it's 9 foot this way and 12 foot this way.
There you go. And go ahead.
You can put a lot of games in a 9x12 room, though, man.
Yeah, that's what. When I started, I didn't have but maybe like 2 shelves worth of actual inventory that was like actual inventory.
Yeah.
So I started with my collection as the inventory.
Yeah. Well, I asked Brandon. I actually asked Brandon for everybody Arkansas. Oh no, what happened? Okay. I think he accidentally got off there. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
It cut out for a second. You like sent you out. I asked Brandon about your collection and all that, and he said, "Well, man, he's doing a store, so pretty much all of his collection went to the store." So
yeah.
How was that? How was that transitioning from taking everything that you like? Was it hard for you? Because I know different people have, some people can let go of stuff, some people can't. What was it like making a lot of your inventory your collection, or your collection your inventory?
It wasn't too bad because, I don't know if you've seen, but I had like the full Nintendo Power set and I sold it to Retro Rick. Yeah. That was more what my passion was into. And then I also had a bunch of Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and stuff. So all of it's still stuff I get to come here and still look at what I have, and I get more that's traded in. So
yeah.
All I was doing at my house, I was looking at it, and I can still do that here. So
yeah, right on. Yeah, didn't you used to have it in like your was it in your garage or something?
Yeah, my garage. And all that's in there now is like my computer, and I have my Series X in there, which has been collecting dust for like the last 2 months.
Collecting dust. I know about collecting dust of stuff. Iceberg Media said, when you buy and sell enough, you always have a collection. It's just playable inventory. Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah. I mean, I even have some of the stuff that I took from my collection to sell, but I still kept it like in my collection because I have a lot of stuff I didn't really want to sell, kind of priced a little higher, so I don't have it really priced to sell because but if it sells, I'll be really happy. But I don't really. There's some things I didn't really want.
Right. Yeah. There's some stuff that I kind of priced up some because I'm like, if it does sell for that good, and if it doesn't, I'm happy to keep it. So.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit, because you've been selling on eBay, and are you still going to sell? You're still selling on eBay and online and all that? Or are you mostly just selling out of your store?
Mostly selling out of the store, but there's some stuff like I had a Vector robot thing that somebody brought in to trade in, and that's not something I see selling in the store, so I sold it on eBay. And
something's going on.
Uh-oh.
Both of you cut out. I don't know if it's me. It says my internet. Oh, I do have Storm.
I think so. Yeah, I see Steve. I see Steve moving, and you're the one frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
My wife told me that there's a big storm coming in, so I may be getting interference from the storm. So hopefully that won't affect
thunderstorm warning here. So
Wes asked, "Where is your store located?" Did I say that?
It's in Malvern, Arkansas.
Say that in Malvern.
Yeah, Malvern. Malvern.
Now, what's the population in Malvern?
About 10,000.
Oh wow! So it's a small town. Yeah, that's actually smaller than the. I used to live in a town south from Jackson, and it was like 17,000, and I thought that was pretty small. But I know they're smaller than 10,000 as well. But Michael K said, "Hey, what's up?" And Mr. Money.
What's up, Michael?
How big money Bowman. So,
by the way, I was going to say I live in a town that's 30,000. I thought it was small.
Your town's 30,000?
I'm a small town guy. I went to Houston last week and I hated it.
Well, he says that, but he's in a small town in Houston.
Yeah.
I was in Conroe last week.
Oh, okay.
Right on. Yep. I'll be going to Houston soon, so to Retropalooza. So we'll be coming in. Actually, we'll be going. Are you going to any Retropaloozas?
I'll go to the one in Dallas.
Okay, I'll
be at Game Jam South and Arkansas Retro Expo for sure.
Yeah, I'll be there too. So at both of those.
I'm sure I'll go to Rick's convention whenever it is.
Yeah, he hasn't announced it yet, I don't think. So I got cut off whenever I asked the question about eBay, because both me and Steve, we both sell on eBay, and I mean, other thing he does like conventions and they're like different, not like pop-ups and different places to sell at, and but are you going to continue selling online with your store?
Yeah.
There he is. There's Arkansas.
Oh, I'm banned. No, I still sell on eBay and stuff too, but basically what my plan is I'm trying to keep the good stuff in store for at least a month, and then if it doesn't sell, I'll post it on eBay. Or if it's something I don't think is going to sell in store but might on eBay, like Rocksmith on guitar. I mean, on Xbox One is like a $30 game, but the likelihood of somebody in a town of 10,000 people saying, I need that game.
Yeah.
So stuff like that I'll put on eBay.
Yeah. So you don't think that would sell? I figured that would be really.
Like I've had 3 of them, and I've sold 2 on eBay, and I still got one sitting here, and nobody's even looked at it.
See, that's something that like I've noticed with some people. They can sell some things crazy in a store, or locally, and but for me, like nobody really. The only thing people want to buy locally is Pokemon games and Mario and like your Wii Sports and stuff like that. I mean, you can sell games. Of course, I don't have a storefront, but they just don't. Those are like the main things that would sell locally. So what's
surprising things to me is people have come in specifically looking for sports games. I've had more of that than I expected.
For sports games?
Like even PS2, somebody's like, "You got any NCAA for PS2 or Madden for PS2?" Really? And
do you have it?
I have Madden 05 and some NCAA football game. I didn't have him when he asked. I started looking for him after people started asking.
Yeah, it's like what I never wanted to look for this. That's hilarious. Well, okay, so I was telling to the guys at Louisiana RetroCon, at Louisiana RetroCon, because a lot of people came in and it was different this year. Because see, last year, whenever we did it, I was like, whoa, man! I was selling all my big items. This year, I sold a bunch of small items. I was selling fishing games, hunting games, sports games, ATV, games. And, of course, it's Louisiana, and it's, it's in a more rural area. But still, I was kind of shocked that stuff was selling so much. So that's really funny that the store, your store, is it kind of changes the dynamic. It seems like. So man, we got a few people just jumped in. Well, of course, my daughter. What's up? She said hey to Michael K. Reseller Madness. What's up, Will? How's it going, man? Saturn Steve. We got the two Steves now. We got you, Steve, and then we got Saturn Steve. Now we just need some of the others. And so Saturn Steve put out a video today, and I got to tell you, if you have, well, you were weren't you on the premiere?
Yeah, I was.
I thought I saw you in there. But I really love his editing, so I love his goofiness. Me and him talk about it all the time. I was in there booing. This nerd, what's up, man? I haven't seen this nerd. He's one of the guys I first made a video with forever ago, and I still need to buy. I still am supposed to be buying games from him. I just have to do it. I just haven't done it. Doing Steve Z Squared Gaming. We got a Zach in the house. So what's going on? Steve says there can only be one. Well, because see, I kind of want to know about that. Because most of the people like I've talked to, at least from me, because I'm kind of new in this world, right? So I'm kind of getting new, and of course Rick, he was selling online and all that, right. And then he had a store. But a lot of people I talk to, they kind of, maybe you were selling online, but they kind of started out with investing and getting a store. Well, tell a little bit about that dynamic, how much different it is compared to like you mentioned that about sports. What would be another thing that really kind of threw you off, or maybe kind of how would I word it? Actually made you happy. Like, wow, I'm kind of glad. Like, so what are some things that you kind of saw like, oh man, that's kind of a bummer. And then maybe the other side, oh, this is a plus about having a location.
Well, the
hey,
plus,
let's go.
I kind of knew up front was getting people to bring me trade-ins instead of me having to go out there hunting for stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I've actually got some pretty good stuff traded in. And then, really, the only negative is I still have a day job, so trying to figure out what hours are worth me actually coming up here and working after I've already worked my day job.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you haven't really set like a hour, like a set hours that you're going to be up there.
Only hours I have are Saturday.
Mm.
Other than that, it's like that's why I've been kind of posting on Facebook and Instagram, like, "Hey, I'm going to be open Friday from this time to this time, and Saturday, and whatever days I end up having the time to." And eventually, I want to do this full time, but I can't fully commit until I know it's
absolutely
viable.
No. That's absolutely that makes.
You said you're the only game in town, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, even like Walmart. We have a Walmart, but they're phasing out games too. So
that's right. Yeah, most of your main retail stores are phasing out games. Arkansas Picker said I've sold 2 Wii Fit boards for $35 each, which I thought. Okay, I want to say some of this. Okay, Steve, were you on with me with Forrest resales?
Yes.
Okay, so Forrest, he said he sold on one of his videos. He sold a Wii Fit for $80. Have you ever heard of that?
I've never heard of anybody selling one.
It must have been sealed. Yeah, I haven't heard of one selling either. Of course, Brandon just said here he sold 2 Wii Fit boards for $35 each. Wow.
Yeah, he's got I don't know if you guys know, he's got a flea market booth he's setting up too. So
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looks good.
Didn't somebody? I don't know if I guess he put that up online. Somebody came in and
I thought you couldn't give away a fit board, man. Honestly,
I pass them up all the time because they're too heavy. Like when I used to ship stuff, especially they're too heavy. And then as far as the store, it's so small. I don't want those Wii Fit boards taking up room that I could have something that's worth having.
For real.
This nerd just said he has Pokemon XD Gale for me. I didn't even know you had it, man. I must have missed something. He does have a Neo Geo Pocket. Oh man, you'd probably get it quicker. You probably have more money to buy right now than I do. So I don't have any money to buy. I still owe Steve money.
This weekend I was open, didn't do too good, but I figured it was spring break, so a lot of people weren't around and not spending money on
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yep.
So you have people come in and bring you trades. Like, they don't call ahead; they just show up on your hours.
yeah, I have
Or
a
are they
few people
calling you
message me ahead of time, some pictures and stuff. But I've had a lot of people I've never seen them or anything. They just come in and say, "Hey, you want this? You can trade it."
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
I got a 1964 GI Joe traded in last weekend.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Already-
So you're
sold
taking toys and stuff.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Like I kind of got it organized. Like that's VHS, CDs.
Let me load you up here.
Just toys.
Okay, so you're doing music or like just media type as well. Okay.
And like my VHS, this is all full. I have a tote here, 2 or 3 totes out there, and like 7 in my garage because I bought too much.
Okay.
But then I got consoles and stuff over here, VHS players, and I got those too.
Okay, right on.
It's full of toys, and that one's full of like controllers and
go.
accessories.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you're the only one. See, that's cool because if you're the only one in town, that's going to drive traffic, and you're just going to have to pick up the stuff that you know that, like you said, now you can start stuff you would have wanted to avoid before. Now you can. That's kind of interesting. Now you can start getting.
Like I got
Bowman.
I got
Do you recommend cameras?
Do I recommend cameras?
Next time we see him, he's going to have Wii Fit boards all over the room.
I don't have a stack of them.
Oh man, am I freezing up? Yeah,
No,
I might
good.
be.
No,
My
that
computer's acting up. Okay, that's good to know. Then I'm just thinking it might be some of the storm out here. I just posted a Wii Fit board on eBay Picker. Hopefully it sells soon. What's eBay Picker?
I think he's talking to Arkansas Picker.
Oh, on eBay
Oh.
Picker. Okay. See, you picked it up. I didn't pick it up. I missed that because I was freezing up. Did you answer the?
Do I recommend cameras? Depends on if you're ugly or not. Me, I don't recommend cameras, but some people use cameras.
He said it depends on if you're ugly or not. Hey, I guess he saw your baseball glove or his baseball glove.
Yeah, look.
Where's your boy? I didn't see it. Where's it at? Oh, he's going to grab it. Oh, nice. Oh, is that a Turtles? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Oh, that's
Major
cool.
League model.
Nice. That's awesome.
You see, when I was collecting turtles myself, I collected like everything with Michelangelo on it. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I missed something up here. I thought. Oh, I said, hey, Hey, Desert Sellers, thanks for coming in. Yeah, if you guys see any questions in the chat, that I missed because I kind of go slow going through them. Beard King Picker, what's up, man? How's it going? I'm not sure if he's saying the glove was radical or what. So how long exactly have you been doing the store?
2 months. But
oh wow, so it's extremely fresh.
The first month was really spotty because I really didn't even have Saturday set up because I was still trying to get stuff in here, get a glass case, get little displays and stuff. So I was open, but basically in like our local retro group is where I was telling people, hey, I'm here if you guys want to come by today, but I wasn't publicly posting it.
Well, so this is cool. I might so I'm going to be careful what I say in case. Well, I don't think too many locals would be. Well, there's a few locals. I don't think any locals that would not like what I'm saying watching. But there is a local game store here that they like send out scouts to other groups and try to take everything from everybody. And they're not really part of the community. In fact, he brags about how he knows nothing about video games. And which is, that's I'm not one to really get offended by that, man. It's a guy he found a way to make money. I'm not that offended, but I know if you're trying to get in to a bunch of collectors and gamers, that's probably not the way to get in. So then you got the chains like Game Exchange and stuff, but there's even some shady stuff going on at the game stores around here. Where they've taken advantage of people and I don't just mean they're paying low. I'm talking about genuinely like being kind of deceitful about stuff and then taking stuff under the counter and keeping it for themselves or selling it, taking it home and selling it on eBay.
Right.
But there's one guy here that he's pretty well respected, and he has huge inventory, and he really wants to. That's what he wants to do. He has a full-time job, but he really wants to open up a store. And so seeing you, I wish he would be on. He doesn't get on YouTube, but I wish he could see this and see that like you just kind of went for it. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you plan, and I'll ask more about that. But you also seem like you like, man, I don't have to have this huge place. I'm going to get this 9x12, and I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it mostly on the weekends, and so I think that's pretty inspiring because a lot of people like this guy really wants to do that. So can you kind of talk a little bit about that? Like what got you, like what triggered in you to say, I'm going to go do this? How long was the planning? How long was the planning process? Was there a huge planning process? How was that like going from, I'm going to do conventions, I'm going to, and I'm sure you're still doing yard sales and stuff, but what, you get what I'm saying? Like, how did that, what triggered for you to go and just say, I'm going to go full force and go get this corner store and start this, even though I'm just doing mostly on the weekends, I'm just going to go for it. Like what got you to just go at it?
Well, when the GameStop went out of business, I started looking then, and I actually called about the building they were in and everything. And when I called and they told me how much rent was, I was like, that's why GameStop's not open anymore. It was ridiculous for how small the town we're in. And so that's what got the wheels turning to even start looking. And I started like posting in local community things saying, hey, would this even be viable? Is people interested in this stuff? And I'd have a lot of people like, yeah. And then I'd go and look at places a lot, like online, and everything was all just so expensive that I couldn't see a way to do it and make a profit. And then I posted one, I guess back in like January, I posted something in a local group, and a lady reached out to me and she's like, hey, somebody told me you're looking for a place. I have a little, she said, it's technically like an office, but you could sell out of there, do whatever you want with it. And I came over here and looked at it, and after I looked in here and she told me how much it was, I was like, I'll come pay you a deposit and everything tomorrow. So
oh, nice. So you did actually,
it was a lot of talking, but not a whole lot of planning. It was like a spur of the moment. Oh yeah, it's cheap enough. Yeah, let's do this. So.
But see, that's okay. So I understand. I'm all for planning, right, and getting things prepared. But I've always been kind of one, and it bites me too. But I've been kind of the one that says, if you want to do something, you just have to do it. You just have to just jump into it. Because I've had a lot of people, whatever it is, hey, they want to do, they want to go. And I understand there's some things that, you can't do. You have to really think about responsibility. But
that's like
a lot of people like.
The main thing holding me back from doing it full time is I still have a truck payment, and obviously I got 3 kids at home too. So.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how it was, for me. I couldn't, when I was wanting to do full-time reselling at first, I had too much, stuff I had to pay off, my house, and then I ended up selling the house and getting the trailer up again. So, Z Squared Gaming says, go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to say, it doesn't surprise me that that's worked for you, because apparently Arkansas is the video game mecca of the United States for some reason.
It does seem like it. It does seem like it.
I watch videos of people up in like Washington and Oregon and stuff, and I feel like they get all the cool promotional stuff up there because Nintendo and Microsoft are both headquartered around there.
Yeah. Y'all just got so many people selling and doing YouTube in Arkansas, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
We can blame it all on Rick.
Yeah, it's
pretty much got a lot of us inspired to actually do it.
Yeah, true.
Well, that very well, yeah.
Like I remember Rick's early videos, I was like, "That's my Goodwill I go to."
Yeah. Where I just saw Grease Monkey said, "Steady pace wins the race." That's right. Slow and steady wins the race. I have a video coming out next Monday that is an insane haul. Games are still out there. Yeah, absolutely. And that is really cool
video
too. Whenever
stuff he stole it from me.
you said it's stuff he sold. Oh, stole it from.
No,
Yeah,
he
dude.
stole it.
Brandon, he's got a store now.
Me and him both messaged the guy, and the guy said, "Oh, Brandon beat you by about 5 seconds."
Oh man,
That's why
you should just tell Brandon you have overhead.
everybody beats me to the video games at the garage sales. I gave up. I finally started asking for caps when I go to garage sales now. You got any caps? You know?
Yeah, dude, my wife's been starting to pick up hats ever since I found that Bulls hat. I've just been like, okay, I kind of want to keep my eyes open now.
That was a sick hat, man.
Did you see that? Did you see that hat? Let me go grab it real quick.
I don't guess so.
It was a killer Bulls hat, man.
See, I try to get into hats and clothing and stuff, and I just don't have the crowd or the market. I guess it don't work for me.
Right, so I got this Bulls. It's a snapback, and it's what is it? Which one was it? Loco Athletics. I can't remember what the brand is, but it's the Splash colorway. I don't know too much about these, but I've been wanting these Bulls. It's like a $200 hat. I got it for $2 at the Goodwill, which is insane. So I was literally walking out.
That looks like,
and I was like, man, I'm just ready to go home.
School.
Well, yeah, it was it's from the 90s, so
yeah.
It's I was walking out and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I went, no way. At first I thought it was a shark tooth, and I know the shark tooth ones are really valuable. And I picked it up and I went, this isn't shark tooth, but I couldn't remember what the style was, but I've seen it. And I was like, I think these are pretty valuable. Plus it's Bulls. And so I looked at the tag and I was like, that's definitely an old tag. And I looked it up and I was like, whenever you first look up a comp or whatever, and before you look up a comp, you see what people have it listed, and you just immediately go, oh, and then you're like, wait a minute, cool down, because it's listed price. There's probably a bunch of garbage. And then I went to the sold, and I was like, there's no way. Yeah. And it was like the last one sold for like $219 or something. I was like, that's crazy, man.
Well, Cody, you say in Arkansas where you're at, is it a very rural area?
I mean, I'm about 45 minutes or so from Little Rock.
So not too rural. I was going to say, because those rural type areas, rural type areas tend to be really good on caps, man, for sure.
Oh,
really? Oh, well, yeah.
Well, where I live, and he gets all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far is he from you?
He's about 20 minutes or so.
Retro Carts in the house.
I'm going out here in the main part of this building because there's a better service.
Yeah, I think mine might be like I said.
I can show you guys this too. See,
it's like a little town.
That's what it looks like when you walk in.
Oh wow, okay.
And then this one is where I'm at.
Oh, kind of cut out.
That's cool, man. Gotta get some more people in there.
Space that she's eventually going to rent.
Going out too. That's pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool if y'all get a bunch of people in there.
No, I think it's mostly me. I'm just being honest because we have a storm coming in, and so I think it's just because my wife told me it's supposed to start around 8, but I have the headphones on, so I'm not really hearing anything, but I'm pretty sure it's just the bad weather here. So, said, I wonder if a mobile game store in like an old UPS truck would be profitable at like festivals, kind of like a food truck, but a game truck.
Hey, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. It would be.
You could always try it.
Yeah,
could always try it. Hey, are you going? Are you going? By the way, did somebody just? Oh man. Ryan, thanks, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. It's man, everybody's been really cool with that. So thank you so much, man. So I won't say what I'm actually the stuff that the super chats coming in, that all the, because somebody gave me $100 was it last week, Steve?
Yeah.
Somebody gave me $100, and I was not expecting, but I'm actually using that money towards something I'm doing. So I'm going to use all that money to give back to people. So every little dollar that's coming in. I mean, especially when I saw that 100, I was like, okay, if people are giving to me, I want to use it for to one, it's helping with a video series, but two, it's going to help out other people that are, obviously nobody needs certain things I'm going to be working for, but to help people with their passions and things that they love. A Snap-on tool truck, not collector game truck. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be easier for conventions. You don't have
to
load and unload. You just pull up and say, "Hey, come outside."
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess I guess they'd have to find a new way to charge you for a outside booth or something. I guess it would be like the food trucks that are out there.
Go walk around inside and be like, "Hey, I'm outside."
Catch them on the way in.
I know people go to conventions all the time and bring in their carts full of games that they're trying to sell and trade. I know, like Retropalooza won't let you do that. They'll stop you at the door, and I can understand why now, because there's like at Louisiana Retro. I mean, the guy was nice, but there were two kids at Louisiana RetroCon walking around with their. I mean, I say, hey, for hustling, they're hustling, but it is kind of unfair that they're coming. Vendors paid money to have a booth, and then they're coming in. They're not paying the amount of money for the booth, and they're selling some of the same games the vendors are, or they're coming to vendors' booths and spending all this time talking about a trade, but they want to get a $500 item for to trade their $500 worth of commons, and then they waste the vendor's time, and it's like so many of them. I was like this one kid came over and over again, and I said, all right, look, man, I understand. I respect the hustle. I think it's awesome. Just letting you know, I'm not going to trade something unless, especially if it's like common stuff, just store fillers. I was like, I'm definitely not going to do that unless it's going to benefit me, financially. Unless it's something I'm wanting, then I'll do like a, even trade with you. But I said, I just can't do that. And he said, oh yeah, I totally understand. And then so then I'm looking through stuff and I'm pulling stuff out, spending all my time doing that. And then he goes, I'm like, okay, so what do you need for this? And he says, like, above what I would even charge for it. And I'm like, and then I just say, all right, well, here's what I could give you. And he goes, oh no, man, I can't do that. And I'm like, I'm giving you more than a lot of people would give. And but
can't do that. Go ahead and get a table, man.
I do think there needs to be some kind of rules when it comes to that. What's up, Edwin's Video Games? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming in. Snap-on prices. Snap-on's pretty expensive.
Snap-on resale.
Yeah, guys, that's me. So I apologize to everybody. Do what? You said Snap-on resells well?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. So I apologize to everybody.
Every other word right now. I don't know if it's just me or what.
it's. I'm pretty sure. Steve, is it the same thing for you? Are you catching words?
I'm getting everything from everybody. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Steve, there's the third Steve.
There's the third Steve.
Just recorded my everybody. Uh-oh. So we got.
I was telling Brandon today. I said, you made it as a reseller. If heckin' Steve makes a video about you.
I know he hasn't made one about me yet. So, well, he's had me in his videos, but he hasn't made one about me. So I guess I haven't made it yet. So I don't think he's made one on Brandon. So I guess Brandon hasn't made it yet.
He should now, just to do it.
You hear that, Steve? Just came back from game hunting at Goodwill. You can game hunt at Goodwill? I've found some good. Go ahead. What were you saying?
That's probably why it ends in LOL, because you can't really.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's true.
He said who's Brandon, Arkansas picker. I didn't realize you lived in Hattiesburg. For some reason, I was thinking you lived in Louisiana, man. I'm going to be there tomorrow, actually doing evangelism. So, okay. So he said, okay, yeah, it's bad weather in Mississippi. Yeah, see, he's in Hattiesburg, so he knows. It's getting rough there. So he's just hour and a half out. Ooh, I can't even talk. Hour and a half south from me. I thought he was saying it's getting rough finding games there. All right. Well, store. Tell me, what are kind of your what are goals? Like, what's your next step? Like, are you just gonna keep going on the weekend thing, or is obviously you said you want to go full time, but what are some like next steps that you're wanting to like where are you wanting to get other than just full time? Doing full time. What are you kind of wanting to do? Are you wanting to pull away also from online selling and just get into a storefront, or are you wanting to? Because I know a lot of people pull away from online selling. Or are you wanting to do both?
A lot of my thought process on everything I've been doing is actually I've been watching Sick Cooper and Double Jump video games on YouTube for a long time.
Yeah,
and the way he does
long
stuff
beard
is how
and...
I kind of like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way he does stuff is what I kind of like, because he like also doesn't really do disc only games, but he's starting to like make his own custom artwork for those.
Oh, really?
He always takes pictures of everything before he puts it out, so I've started doing that. And then he sells on Amazon and eBay too, on top of owning the store. So,
are you selling on Amazon?
I have before, but it's been probably 3 years or so since I've actually sent anything in. Whenever Whatnot became a thing, and I used to sell on Whatnot a lot, I don't so much anymore, but when it first came on, I had Amazon send me everything that I had sent to them, and I sold it all on Whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, see, I've heard mixed things about Amazon. I've really wanted to do it, but I've heard mixed things about it.
I'm gated in a bunch of Nintendo stuff, so a lot of the high dollar stuff I can't sell anyway, so it wasn't really overall beneficial.
Yeah. I don't know because you're friends with Caleb. You're friends with Caleb, right? Phoenix Resale.
I know him.
Well, you know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he's not my friend. I do not consider him. The way you said I don't consider him my friend. Well, he on his videos, he's had one of our friends, Slimsy Parfait. He talks about Slimsy selling him. So Slimsy's bought from me, and it's wild. What he was telling me, some of the prices he gets on Amazon, which is just nuts. I don't even understand. I was just sometimes I'm just watching. I've noticed my algorithm on YouTube. I've been told it's this way for everybody. I am getting anything and everything videos, man. It's like they're just wanting me to scroll, and I'm like, when I'm looking for people I normally watch, I'm like, well, why can't I find these people? And I'm seeing all kinds of random stuff. But anyways, one reseller, Thrift School. Have you heard of him, Steve? Thrift School
yeah, I've seen Thrift School stuff.
Yeah, I remember the name, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
So he was on today, and he was talking about Blu-rays, and he was showing I had no clue, and you guys probably knew this, but he was showing on, and so I looked up some of the stuff on eBay, but on Amazon, some of the stuff that he was trying to get was Bedazzled, Free Willy. Some of them were going for $200, not even new, just
I knew
good
Free
condition.
Willy was an expensive Blu-ray.
Well, so on Amazon it was selling for $200. On eBay there was a lot selling. Some of them were selling for $130, but a lot of them were selling for $70. Which is still crazy. But on average, you're probably getting about $100. But then on Amazon, that just I don't understand. What is it? Is there really that much? Because I buy from Amazon and eBay, and I've never had an issue to make me want to spend that much more on Amazon.
Yeah, twice as much. I don't understand it either. Besides, I understand like the Mario games and stuff because people wanting to play Mario from their childhood is just gonna go to Amazon because they have Prime and buy whatever it says it costs. But something like Free Willy, you would think somebody would be like, I ain't paying $100 to watch this movie again.
200, man.
Right.
That's
so I don't understand.
I don't understand it, man. I even that like Mario. I think Mario Super Smash Bros. Is like $90 on Amazon because I was asking Slimsy. He said he gets like, well, you know, and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus if you don't want to say. Well, I would say be confident in whatever the prices are. But I was told, so at Louisiana RetroCon, there was a store from Houston, I believe. I forget what store it was. He's right across from me. And he said he sells Smash Bros. All day for $85.
Shoot.
And so on Amazon, it's like $90.
I try to stay around price charting or even.
That's how I am.
And I'll go less.
Yeah.
So
I just
I don't know what it goes for, but I would think only like 60-ish is what I would think, or even less.
Yeah. Well, it's because I know price charting's like what $45, $50, but it's
I think so.
There's, you know, and I've seen stores sell it for like 70, but I guess just I don't know, like the fact that people are paying that on Amazon, that's just weird to me. I don't understand why nobody goes $90 for this game. Why aren't they looking somewhere else? That's what I don't get.
Right. Wouldn't you think a lot of the purchases on Amazon though would be somebody who's in an area where they don't have access to that kind of stuff, probably?
But then I would think you look on eBay though, and then
that's what I'm saying.
For $40, $50 cheaper still.
Yeah. That is shipping's cheaper if you're on Prime though, right? I mean,
right, yeah, and that's why games like that I could kind of see because they're like Super Smash Bros. They're just going to go straight to the first thing they're comfortable with, which is Amazon, and they get free shipping.
That's right.
So like, I'll get this.
Yeah.
Well, see, I do free shipping on eBay, so it's like you can get it for 50 free ship for me.
But
it's our 45
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'll send it the next day. It's just gonna take 2 or 3 days. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but that's crazy that people want to. So Steve actually said Bedazzled is a great movie. It's a shame the Blu-ray got short. See, I didn't know about all this. Got short printings, and now it costs a lot. DVD of it is only a couple of bucks and still enjoyable. You can buy it digitally for $5. Exactly. I don't understand, and I didn't know. Like, is there a collector's market for Blu-ray? Is that what it is?
There's a bunch of people I see on TikTok and stuff. Like, I don't know if you met Britton, didn't you, at Arkansas Retro Expo? He's the one that was selling the shirts. Britton.
Oh yeah,
across from us. He actually has a huge Blu-ray collection, and he posts videos on TikTok like all the time about meld calls, and he's got all kinds of steel books and stuff like that are all Blu-ray.
Wow, that's wild. Don't you have a lot of Blu-rays, Steve? Weren't you picking up?
I do really well with Blu-rays too, for sure.
Wow.
I have Blu-rays, but not much.
Yeah. At our antique mall, there's a guy that had a whole booth of not VHS, DVDs and Blu-ray. And when we had our quarterly sale, he would put everything on 50% off, man. And I would get Blu-rays at $1 a piece, man. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how, they're like $3 or $4 at our Goodwill now. I didn't know it was I honestly didn't know it was a valuable thing. So I never even thought to look for it. Sega Steve said the store is called Quick Save, and I'm pretty sure that sounds right. And he would know. He's from Houston, so his name's Taylor. So yeah, he was real nice. I did a trade with him. I needed Switch inventory, so I got a bunch of obscure sealed Switch games, and of course I gave him all of my fast movers. But sometimes it's good to build that relationship as well. So,
what part of Houston is Sega Steve from?
I don't know exactly. Oh yeah, you need to connect with them so we can have two Steves connecting with each other. So,
I can tell him where the Magic Goodwill is.
Yeah, the Magic Goodwill.
Next time I go to Houston, I have family that lives in Conroe. I'm gonna hit you up then.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, he's that.
The only thing I really went to was the Game Exchange, and then someplace in the Woodlands Mall, which is expensive.
Yeah, there's video game places all over town.
He said he's in the northwest part of town. So I, because he, of course, I know the guys like, and I know you know him too, AC and Greg and all them. AC with Rare and Classic Games. He's got a little small storefront, and he's in, I forget. Well, he's got one I think in West Houston or the western part of Houston, like near, what is that, near Humble or something like that? Oh no, Katy.
West side Houston.
It's in
West side of Houston would be like Katy or Sugarland.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Katy. And then he's got another one, I think, somewhere on the southeast side of Houston. If we connect 4 Steves together, we can assemble the Mega Steve. Wow.
Voltron.
AC has a store in Katy and Cypress, yes. So AC's so cool, man. So AC, and he's also just a real loyal guy. So, AC wasn't at the Arkansas Retro Expo, but he's friends with Mike, Retro Bash.
Retro Bash, yeah.
And so they do stuff together. But they're, anyways, AC's such a cool guy, man. He gave me that wireless Saturn controller, and he refused to take pay on it. And he's always giving people deals. And like I went there with Tyler Esposito. He's the one that showed me the store. I didn't know about it, but I was looking at it because and I'm not trying to knock any other stores, but I went to another store and it was so pricey. Of course, they had amazing selection. I mean, they had crazy Neo Geo stuff, and so they kind of had the right to charge more, I guess. But when I went to AC store, it was like usually stores, and that's kind of the way you're saying. Like usually a store is going to be pretty good percentage higher, but he was right there at market price, like what market for somebody that's buying on the street. It's not necessarily store market, because a lot of times store markets like 20-25% above.
Well, see, that's where, since my rent is low enough here right now, I really go like pretty much. If price charting says something's worth $29, I'll probably have it for $28 or
for real. Okay, yeah.
So I might even do $25, kind of depending on the condition and stuff too. So I try to stay at price charting or below. There's some games, like the Wii Sports or Mario games, that if it says it's $22, I might put it for $25 because I know it's probably going to sell for that locally. But sure. I'm not doing the 20% or anything. But I'm also doing good right now for my trade-ins. I'm giving about, for now, so I can get some inventory and backstock, I've been giving about 60% credit.
Okay. See, that's really cool. That's see, that gives you a competitive edge too. Especially if like a game exchange, because game exchange only gives like 30-something%. I watched a video. This guy did, and he was talking about trading, and he was being real fair. He wasn't complaining. He went to a pawn shop and he brought in like crazy stuff. He brought in like complete in box Game Boy Pokemon games. And anyways, he brought in a whole bunch of, I don't even remember I think he brought in like Chrono Trigger. I think he had Earthbound, and he had all this crazy stuff. And he went to one pawn store and they were looking it up. And they said, and it was probably like what he had was like $5,000 worth of stuff. And they said, we can give you $125 for all this. And he went, he said, okay, thank you. I'm going to look around. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. And it was at like 0.5% or 1% or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy. And so then he went to a game store that was actually, an actual game store that's going to give you a fair price. But even then, it was only like 30-something%. And it wasn't just like 30-something% just because it's slow movers or whatever. It was, or it's not as good. But it was like 30-something% for really good quality fast movers like Pokemon games.
That's what I told a lot of people. Is like, I'll do 60% on average, but I mean, if you bring me a stack of Madden games, I'm not giving you 60%.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then one thing I don't do 60% on is a lot of the toys, because like I only know Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers, and outside of that, I don't know a whole lot about toys. And I'll straight up people like, I don't know a lot about these, so I'm not gonna pay a lot because I got to pay for myself to learn at the same time.
Sure. I know a
Like
pretty
that
good
G.I.
amount
Joe,
of.
I think I gave the guy like $35 because I looked up the figure and it was selling for like $60 on eBay, and I still didn't really ever price it. Some other guy was like, "Hey, would you trade all this for that G.I. Joe?" And there's a bunch of gaming stuff that I knew about, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that," because I actually know what that stuff's worth.
There you go.
I'm pretty familiar because I used to hunt GI Joes like crazy, so I'm pretty familiar.
Well, it was a 1964 flock.
I'm not as familiar with 60s
stuff.
thing,
so.
Oh yeah. I know 80s and 90s, but
gotcha.
It's and where was it that I sold the? Oh no, that wasn't at Arkansas Retro Expo. I sold one of those, a bunch of sectars. Had a whole bunch of sectars, but that was at a toy show here. But yeah. So is the majority of your sourcing for the game store, is it mostly trade-ins right now, or are you also still doing buyouts and going to garage sales and all that?
I like whenever I went to Conroe, which is north of Houston, to visit my family and stuff, and I made an effort to go to like game exchanges and other stores, and I bought some stuff there. But right now, generally, it's mostly just people bringing stuff to me. I haven't had a whole lot of time to try to go to like the flea markets and stuff. That's part of the reason my Saturday I do noon to 8, so I can wake up early and go to yard sales and stuff. I just haven't.
Dude, Keith, you're thirsty, man.
There we go. Sorry. I know. Hey, Clint, Clint said I can help you with the toys. So,
he comes over. He visits me a lot. He's actually like this. He traded this in to me. I've been wanting an Apple Watch. I just didn't want to buy one.
Oh, nice.
And he got it at the Goodwill outlet and traded it in to me.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So let me ask you. So I got a question for like people that are wanting to, because I would like to give some of this advice. And you may be like, man, I don't, it depends where you're at, but somebody who is wanting to open up a game store, like my friend here, he wants to open up a game store. I would say he probably has the means, one, he has the inventory. I think he has like almost 10,000 games or something crazy, and he has some really good stuff too. But he also he has money. He's got a anyways. I think he's just a little nervous. But what would you say like? How would you say like if somebody wanted to get to the point to where they wanted to open up like a local store? Do you have any advice for that?
Not really, because I just like you said, I posted something, and the next day I was signing a lease on a place, so I didn't really have a big plan going into it. So
that's right. Okay, well hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
If you're wanting to do it, just keep looking, and eventually the place will speak to you, and you'll know. All right,
there you go. See, I like that. I like the go-getter attitude, man, because I think that's really cool. Because, you like said, hey, I've been wanting to do this. Here's an opportunity. Opportunities don't always present themselves, and so when they do, it's very important to jump on it.
Like I said, I've kind of been not proactively looking, but looking for the last 3 or 4 years. So
yeah,
this place was the one that finally I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. See, it's not something I want to do just because of the, like being a pastor and, I wouldn't, it would probably demand too much from me, obviously, like you said, at first you're just doing, like a few days, but like eventually, it would demand too much. And so I just couldn't do it. It's already, like I'm able to do a few conventions a year. But, I guess you could be closed on Sundays, but from what I've seen is that Sundays do really good for
I've been open only one Sunday.
Oh, for real?
2, but
yeah.
I can't say it was any better than the Saturday was. So.
Really? Okay. Well, yeah, I would imagine Saturday would be really good.
And then so my day job is Monday through Friday already, so kind of Sunday's the day I try to spend my family time.
Rest and everything. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's cool. And so, what did if I'm allowed to ask this question, what did your whatever you decided to do, what did your family think about it?
My wife's actually real supportive. Even like today,
That's awesome.
I said, I don't forget I got a live I'm doing tonight, and she was like, "Oh, that's fine." She's bringing
That's
our son to urgent care just because he has an ear infection, we think. And
man, I'm sorry to hear that.
And she was like, "Just have him ready. I'll pick him up." And she said, "You're fine. Do whatever you got to do."
Oh wow,
So
well, that's cool, man. It's good to have an awesome wife that's supportive, isn't it? That's
Yep.
I have my wife's the same way. So
it's a good thing your wife supports you.
Hey, I'm not getting involved in that.
Bonding with me and stuff. He wasn't as supportive because I didn't have an area for it. So our bedroom became my collection room too. And then slowly I moved it to the garage, and then she got more supportive.
Yeah, I think so when I started reselling, because I had another business. Of course, when I started that business, she wasn't sure what to think about it, and then it became real successful. And then when I started reselling, I was still doing the business, and she liked going to garage sales and stuff with me.
Right.
But when I started collecting, she wasn't really sure what to think about it because, I am a grown man collecting what people would call child's things, or children's things. And, and it's funny because even before I wasn't as into it. But I think what she saw is that what it did for me personally is it opened up like the fun-loving, goofy, happy side, which she's always seen, but a side that, like, when she first, met me, probably had kind of steered away from, and that kind of brought that back. So I know she looks for stuff for me now for collecting. So that's pretty cool. But
my wife likes to go grow her out to like yard sales and stuff with me, but she can't hang as long as I can, so she gets bored and ready to go before I am.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I'm actually the opposite. My wife will sit and dig and dig and dig. She loves to just like see, like me. I'm more of a I know what I'm looking for.
My wife has old lady hobbies.
She does what?
She sews.
I was gonna say she knits or she sews, right?
Nothing wrong with that. Grease Monkey, no. I am gonna be. That's the plan. I am planning on going to the Louisiana Game Con in the fall, so I should be there. I really enjoy my time.
We have a con here in Houston that's coming up in a couple of weeks. That's like everything mixed together. Comic books. What is it? It's comic books, video games, sports cards, you name it. It's all going to be in one con. It's pretty wild. Yeah,
I think I know because there's a guy that's a big comic book guy that was telling me about something like that. I met him at Louisiana RetroCon last year. So I will be at Louisiana RetroCon. I was actually trying to get a booth, but I haven't heard back. So I was really trying to get one. I did get set up at Game Jam South, by the way. So I'll have a.
I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna be there as just a not as a vendor, just as a customer. So.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, what are you looking for so I can have it? I need to know I have pre-ahead buyers.
Price. Well, I'm 60% of price charting, and I might buy.
Yeah. Hey, if I find something like, especially if because see, I'm kind of the same way. I do the same thing. I pay. That's what I usually pay. So it's hard for me to sell at that, but unless I get a whole bunch of stuff for cheap, like I sold a whole bunch of stuff to Greg Honeycutt for super cheap because I got everything for like $1, and I was like, man, yeah, buy all these PlayStation 1 games from me. And they're all a bunch of like $10 games. I think I sold them all to him for like 50% or something. Something like that.
This is my whole PlayStation 1, so I don't have a whole lot of PlayStation 1 games.
I don't have a lot of it. That's really hard to get a hold of for some reason. All right, so I'm going.
I have 3 long box, and that's it.
I'm going to do a giveaway, and the reason being is because it's getting close to 10, and I haven't done a giveaway in a while. It's nothing really huge, guys. It's what it is one that somebody hasn't claimed. There's somebody that won a giveaway a while back ago, and they never claimed it. So even if you don't want the game, you could always resell and make some money. So I'm going to pull up the wheel of names. But if you want to be on the giveaway, this is what it is. It is the Splinter Cell Blacklist. And I'm going to go ahead and give it away here. So if you do want it, just put in the chat #giveaway. And then if you want,
I remember your video of you giving that away.
Yeah, well, that they never claimed it, so I've had it been sitting it, and I tried reaching out to the dude multiple times, but so I'm just gonna do another one. So if anybody wants it, then put in there. Oh, and I need to get rid of all these names here.
My daughter's been calling
there we
me
go.
and
We
trying
got
to get
one
me
in.
to more time on her phone. So I had to text her and tell her to quit calling.
Trying to get more time to use the phone, you said?
Yeah, because like I have their phones where they turn off at 9 o'clock, so they'll go to bed. But after it goes off, she can still call and text me just for emergency stuff. And then even if I have Do Not Disturb on, it comes through. And so she's like, "Give me more time."
Hey,
Can I have more
Wizzy, how
time?
you doing? I didn't see
Can I get you to monitor my phone time too?
Wow. Yeah, I'm on mine a lot too. It's every single night, like before the kids go to bed, I'm always like, all right, you guys know your bedtime. And then I'm like, it's right there. It's like 10 minutes after bedtime. And I go, all right, hold on. Can we finish this round? I'm like, no, go to bed.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got Wes Grease Monkey, Ryan Blissett, Clint Rousey. Let's see, Wizzy, Z Squared Gaming. If I win, I'm not going to claim it. Don't you dare, because then I'm going to have to do it again. He said if I win, I'm not going to claim it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I didn't go live. I don't know if you guys can kind of hear it. I'm still getting over sickness. And my wife, I think she's starting to pick it up. So that's the problem with like having a big family. It's like it goes through two people, and then when they're completely over it, the next two get it. It's so frustrating. So, all right, let's see. I'm gonna put Mega Drive. I'm gonna put Mega Drive Steve.
Sweet.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that one was hard for me not to bring home, but I already got an OLED Switch at home, so.
Okay, so my kids are on. If you don't sell it, my kids are on to support you. Anyways, they're on a exercise, like they have to do a certain amount of exercises every week, and so they had to do it for a few months. And if they do it, which they're doing good, that's one of the things that we're gonna get Elijah. So I may reach out to you in the next month if you don't sell it before. Then don't hold it for me. I'm just saying.
It's been. I've had it. I actually got traded in about a month ago, so it's been here since then.
That's freaking awesome, man. I want it.
Yeah. Let's see. I think everybody's in.
But I already got 2 switches at home, so
I'm gonna give it a few more seconds.
I had to settle for the Animal Crossing one.
Oh yeah, I got the very first like
that's
when the
still cool.
Came out. I got one for Father's Day, so I still have that one. And then when the OLED came out, everybody's talking about, oh, I can't find one. I went to GameStop in the town next over, and I was like, hey, I'm trading some stuff in so I can put money towards the OLED whenever you guys get any. They said, oh, we got some. What color you want? So I was able to get it the same day where everybody else was like, I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah. I had to put Zelda stickers on my Animal Crossing one.
There it is.
I see something loading now.
All right, so remember, if anybody wants to get in the giveaway, I'm going to give a few minutes just in case anybody stepped it, because you know how it goes. If you want to get in the giveaway, put #giveaway, and I'm going to give it another 2 minutes, and then we'll.
That's pretty good odds.
So
I need Clint to win it because I know he's going to bring it and trade it into me.
Hey, how far away are you? How far away? How far away are you from the Retro Rick's store?
Probably about an hour.
Okay, so that way, if anybody goes to and how far away would you be from Little, because Arkansas Retro Expo is in Little Rock, correct?
Right. Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes from there.
Okay, so
like if you're coming from Texas,
okay,
you're gonna pass through Malvern
whenever
to get there. So
yeah. And
We've
are
got
you ever
family
open up on
in
Fridays?
Clinton.
I'm open. I probably will be open up that Friday
Really?
because I know people are coming through.
People will be coming in. I was gonna say, yeah. So if any of you are going, I know Michael K was on here earlier. So if any of you, by the way, I don't want to give too much information, but Michael K has made one song for my new series, and he's making another one for another series. So do you remember Michael K? Yeah, of course you remember Michael K. So he's, I'm really excited about it. It's awesome. So
I'm gonna write one too.
Oh, you are? Okay. You gonna record it too?
No, I'm gonna get with Michael K to record it.
There you go. But what was I? Let's see. Yeah, so anybody that's coming to there he is. There he is. So he is still in here. He said, it's awesome. No, I love it, man. I want to like put it out right now, but I'm not. I'm waiting till I do the series. So but anyways, yeah, so not this. I'm still trying to figure out. Oh, there he is. Arkansas Picker. He said, I'm gonna get it. Okay, so it's not this weekend, but next weekend. I haven't decided a day. Let me ask you two. So what would you, not the band, you two, which why did I put I spelt this wrong. What would you guys think would be, I'm looking between Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. What do you think? Because I'm going to keep doing my lives on Mondays, and I was doing the video and then the live, but I noticed there would be like a crowd on the video and then not a crowd on the live, or vice versa. So, and I think with the whole algorithm thing is consistency.
Uh-oh.
What do you think between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? There it goes. Can you hear me?
We didn't. We didn't hear the majority of that.
Yeah, I figured. I was just saying, like Friday. I'm gonna do weekends for my videos, and do my lives on Mondays. So I'm trying to think what would be better, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
I think Friday.
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say Friday also. Yeah.
Okay. See, I was thinking Friday. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Like a Friday late afternoon or something.
Yeah, because Fridays at work are usually the easy day at work for me, and then people are getting home and just kind of relaxing instead of getting winding down from the week.
And there's a lot of people putting videos up on Saturday. I was told though that sometimes the best. Yeah.
It seems like Saturday and Sunday everybody's busy. So.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and do this, guys. So I think everybody in here will be able to get a hold of. So let's see. All right. Can you guys see it on there? All right, I'm going to make it the full screen. It's going to take over the whole thing. So here we go. All right. So here we go. We are going to use the old-fashioned I am not hip. I'm using a name of Will's. I know there's other ways, but here we go. Boom. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Mega Drive Steve. Woo, hey. That's OG Sega Steve.
There we go.
There we go. There you go. You won. All right, so I'll be sending that game to you, man. With his inventory of extreme grails, it's going to look like a little child.
So,
all right, well, congratulations.
Instead of Mega Drive, it's Steve Force. Battle with the Planets. Remember that? G-Force?
Steve Force.
Steve Force.
Yeah. Steve Force. Steve
I love
Force.
that show, man. I love G-Force.
Steve Force. There we go. We're going to call you Steve
Why don't
Force.
they give...
Like, man, don't call me.
When people talk about anime, why don't they talk about that show or Speed Racer? Speed Racer was anime even.
Yeah, well, I think some
people when I say anime either.
I don't even think I think the main things people talk about anime is like more of the modern stuff, really, like Naruto, and I don't even some of the 80s and 90s stuff either. Like,
hey, Speed Racer had to be one of the
Had
first
to be a
shows that
Steve.
used that kind of animation.
say that again.
I said Speed Racer had to be one of the earliest shows that used that kind of animation.
Oh yeah, That was before it was like it started becoming cool. The anime became cool. What?
I was saying no to Brandon.
Oh,
I mean,
extra
we work
on
together.
Fridays.
Our day job's the same place, so.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Yeah.
Steve, I'll just bring this to you. I'm trying to think. Do you want me to send it to you or just bring it to you whenever I go to Retropalooza? It doesn't matter either way because I'll be in Houston. I think it's at the end of May, so it's like a month and a half away or something like that. You just let me know. Send me a message. Had to be a Steve. That's right. Well, anyways, it's getting to that time. It's almost 10 o'clock. And if you want to tell people how to like find you, I mean, not just online, but how to, I'll do the personal delivery. Perfect. How to get people on how they can find your store, and do you have stuff on?
He froze again. Uh-oh.
That's frustrating. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the weather, man. What would you do you know something where they can look at your stuff online?
Not myself to try to. I have pictures like
Yeah.
of stuff as it's going out, but it might like I might have taken a picture 3 days ago and it sold since then before I even post the picture. So, but I post pictures of what I'm getting in for the most part. Sometimes I forget, and then everything's on. I have Facebook and Instagram both that I post it to all the time. So, and then the address is on there and everything too.
Yeah, so you can follow him on Instagram. I know. I'm kind of taking a step back from social media, really, and I'm only doing the lives, and then whenever I hit back in April or next weekend and starting, because I have 2 months worth of videos that are ready to be put out. Well, they'll be ready by the end of next week, but so I'm just trying to catch up and stay ahead from here on out. But so you can find them on Instagram. Look up Bowman Games, just like the name, just like you see him right there. Is your name under there? Does it show in your name? Hold up, let me see.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh no, yeah, there it is. Bowman Games. If you can see it. Yep. And you can just look him up on Instagram. And you're not really doing much YouTube though anymore, are you?
I think it's been like a year since I uploaded a video, and I think that last video I uploaded was the one that got like 7,000 views or something because somehow the algorithm
had Retro Rick in it, right?
Yeah, but I had like 3 videos.
Isn't that the one where you put?
That one took off.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, yeah, you can look him up as just Bowman Games, and you can find him on there. And just same thing everywhere. And then now, how would they find you if they, let's say they're coming to Arkansas Retro Expo, Retro Rick's pop up, if they're coming to a store, if they're going on a vacation, whatever. You said you're going to be north of Denton. You said, and not north of Denton.
Well, Benton.
That's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Denton, Texas. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm about 20 minutes south of there and 45 minutes south from Little Rock. And then people come from like Texas. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes in from Texarkana.
Okay. So there you go, guys. So what would they look up to find you?
I don't really have a good answer for that. Besides I know that I have the actual address on my like Facebook page. I don't know if it's on my Instagram.
Do you want
that.
me to
If
give
it's
that?
not, I need that.
Do you want me to give them your Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Because that has my actual address, and that's where update my hours every week. Like it shows where I'm open or closed. Actually, update the hours.
To find
directly there
Bowman,
on
look up
Facebook.
Arkansas Picker.
I'll
Did
be
you
on
see
some
what
of Arkansas
Brandon
Picker
said?
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I just got to
That's
beat
how where I
Keith there to
first saw
get
you.
that
Let's
box
see.
set.
Well, you'll probably get there. I like even like once they finish. I have a little over a month because I still have so many things I got to pay off. So I can't buy that until I have stuff paid off. All right, here it is. Oh, it's just Bowman Games on Facebook.
Yep.
You're kind of like right in the middle for me and Keith. It'd be kind of interesting race to get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Between Mississippi and
All
yeah,
right, here it
because
is.
from my house to Conroe
Yeah.
was 5 hours and 20-something minutes. So
Yeah.
So, yeah, you might. Yeah, that's probably about right.
and
So
I live like
there's the
miles from where
Facebook. So
shop
you
is,
guys. There's the link. You guys can go there and check them out, and go buy from his store. Just say, hey, get some. If you do YouTube, then film it and promote them. So,
yeah.
But anyways, any questions you have or anything you want to say? And I know usually whenever you're getting close to time, that's where people start signing off. But there's still some people on here. So, is there anything you would like to share? To whoever's still on, or anything like something you have coming up, any plans, or just something you want to let them know about?
No, not really. I've obviously I know
That's
I'm going to
good.
go to the Retro Expo, Arkansas Retro
Yeah.
Expo that Arkansas Pickers putting on. So
Yep, Arkansas
people-
Pickers putting it on. So
yeah, people need to come to that. But other than that, I don't really have
Yes.
a whole lot extra stuff going on right now.
okay, well, right on. Well, I'll be seeing you there, and so that's in June.
July.
June, what is it? 13th July. Okay.
July.
What's in June? Oh, that's I'm not going. That's SoCal Gaming Expo. I was gonna go, but I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna be at Siege and I'm gonna be at Game Jam South. But
I'll be at Game Jam
thanks,
too,
Steve.
and then
Appreciate it.
I'll be at Game Jam, Retropalooza in Dallas, and then Arkansas Retro Expo for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the Retro Blues in Dallas this year. I didn't get to go last year, but well, all right, guys. You can find them, like I said, on YouTube, Instagram, and then you can find them on the Facebook. The Facebook. I put up the link here. There it is, right there. Yeah, the Facebook. easyfacebook.com/Bowman Games. And so you can, if you're coming through Arkansas and you need to ask questions, you can hit them up there. And congratulations, Steve, on your extra game added to the
Steve Force.
That's right, Steve Force to Steve Force. So, well, you guys don't sign off yet, but I'm gonna end the live. But you guys don't sign off yet, and then we'll go into the back office. So into the studio. But all right, well, God bless, guys. Thanks so much for coming on. And like I said, I guess it's going to be on a Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, which would be the first Friday of April, is when I'm going to start back putting out videos. And they're going to be coming out. I guess I'm going to try Fridays for now. And so I'll be having videos on every Friday. And then I have lives on Mondays. Letting you know, I don't have anybody scheduled for next week, so it may just be me and Steve. But April 8th, you don't want to miss it. I have Jared from Retro Gaming Pandemic coming on, and he'll be coming on and sharing a lot. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and Jared's super cool.
Yeah, he's a real cool guy. So he's going to be on the live, and then and I have Vintage Sports Flips. His name's also Keith, coming on at the end of April, and then the week before that, I have Caleb with Bible Belt Pickers, or Bible Belt Picker. He'll be on, and I think that's it for now. So, all right, guys, have a good one, and thanks all for coming on. And Wes, I'm glad I've gotten to see you again. I haven't seen you in a minute, so all right, have a good one, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for coming on, and now.